Hello everyone and welcome back. So as you can see, it is already nighttime even though it is still bright in my room because of the light, and I'm wearing my PJs, so it is nighttime. So before I'm going to sleep, I'm going to tell you guys a story. And no, it's not a bedtime story, but it is a story of how I first met Korea. I think you guys can already guess that from the title of this video. So my story is, I don't know, maybe it's different from others or maybe it's the same. You guys can tell me in the comment section. So I'm going to tell of how I first met Korea with the help of my scrapbook. So let us start the story. So it was 2014 and me and my family, we were at our auntie's house and we were like having a family gathering over there with the other family members. And it was like at 10 or 11 p.m. I was still awake. I was 14 back then. And my little cousin was asking me if I want to watch a show with him. It's like a variety gaming show and I don't know what was that before then. So I was like, okay, sure, because I don't have anything to do. So I went with him. We went in front of the TV and he turned on to the Korean channel. And this show was called Running Man. And at first I was like, okay, are they going to have like a running competition or something? But it was very different than the other shows that I had watched before because the games are unique and the characters, like the main cast, are also like very unique. Their personalities are great and the show was so funny. Like throughout like the whole show, I think I was laughing so hard because it was so funny. Even though I don't know what language they were speaking, but the subtitles helped me out. And yeah, it was so funny. I can still remember my cheeks and my stomach hurt so bad because I was laughing so hard. So I forgot like what episode was that, but I remember they were all wearing like yellow t-shirts and they were all like sticking to each other, like locking their arms in a circular formation, and they were all walking to the streets. I don't know, I forgot. And after that one episode, I have been consistently watching Running Man throughout the years. Because new episodes will come out at weekends and reruns episode will come out during the weekdays. So I always watch Running Man, and throughout watching Running Man, I discovered myself that they were in Korea. And before this, I think I rarely heard about Korea because everyone around me rarely talks about Korea, and Running Man really helps me to introduce Korea into my life. Because back then I don't even know like where did Running Man came from, what language are they speaking, where were they filming. And you know that in Running Man they have like subtitles here, and here, their word effects. Yeah, I was very intrigued of the word itself because you know it's very rare for me to find like words with like circles and then squares and then with lines. Yeah, so that's very interesting. So because I watch Running Man like every week, I've been constantly learning about Korea. For example, their culture and customs, like how they need to bow to people that are older than them or that have a higher rank than them. And also I got to know some words such as oppa, hyung, onni, nuna, dongsaeng, maknae, because they've been constantly using those words throughout the show. So I made some research and I also got knowledge of that. And Running Man also introduced me to Korean foods because if you've been watching Running Man, you know that they like to eat. And some episodes are very specially made to introduce to the viewers about Korean foods. And it's very hard for me back then because I lived in a place where there's not much Korean food found, so I just watched the Korean foods through TV. And Running Man also introduced me to a bunch of places in Korea because you know in each episode they film at different locations, and also even in one episode they're different at a bunch of locations. So I got to know the schools, the universities, the restaurants, and a bunch of unique locations located at Korea. And surprisingly, by watching Running Man, I finally made it to Korea myself. And I'm also learning Korean language now. I said before, in Running Man they have like these subtitles here and there, so I always pause the show and I will read it one by one and then I will press play. And I also got myself this, yes, you can rip it, and stick it back. So I want to say 감사합니다 to Running Man for introducing me to Korea and also introduced me to Korean food, culture, and language. And also thank you to my cousin because, you know, he invited me to watch the show. So how was your first time meeting Korea? I would love to hear them at the comment section below. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Thanks for watching and see you again!